here is an original Sony PlayStation 1. Here's a game. And as long as this hardware is still working and my disc is still in good condition, all I have to do is put it in a drive, turn it on, and start playing. But now with our modern gaming, specifically digital downloads and digital content, we are in danger. And it kind of goes to show something that I think a lot of retro gamers have known for a long time, and I think just anybody who lived before this whole era of digital gaming. And this is something that's really scary, and we all knew that this was going to happen. But here's some more examples of how you don't really own anything, and these companies are stealing from you. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here, recently, we have some news that the PlayStation Store is removing 1,300 seasons of Discovery TV shows, even if users purchased and bought them. And whenever people think of things like the PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, whatever the case might be, it's not just games, there's other content as well. And so this is really alarming, but it's not surprising. And this is not the first time that these companies with digital content has done this. And so for anybody who's never experienced having, real physical games like what we have here, then, you're going to be really surprised. And even nowadays with modern games that have physical discs, most of the times you're not going to be able to play some of these games unless you do downloads, or you're not going to get the best and latest version, especially if it's released in a way that is not bug-free, which is what most modern games are released as nowadays. And then other things is games like this, the Friday 13th, it will no longer be able to buy after this year. And in some cases, these games will no longer work as well. And this was posted on their Twitter or X page as well from the publisher itself, because they are losing their licensing after this year for the game. So that brings me back to this whole idea of physical games, physical media, and owning what you buy. So this is really an important thing, and this is something that is basically unavoidable, because all of us have been conditioned to have everything online. All our content is online. Everything that we think we own, we don't own. And this is a clear example of this. And other companies have done this before. Like, for example, Amazon, for whatever reason, they could lock you out of your entire Kindle books or content that you purchase if you violated whatever policies. Or if you go to the Xbox store or Nintendo Switch store, where they might remove some games that were only available online and you can't play anymore. So this is why, in my opinion, if possible, it's so important to have two things: either physical games and systems if you're able to, or emulation. For so many years, retro gamers like myself who grew up with this stuff, we try to keep our original physical games if possible. But with most things that are physical, eventually it's going to break down. And that kind of leaves emulation, in my opinion, as the only savior of this. Or you could go the piracy route. And whenever people think about, oh man, you're illegally doing something, well, how is it any better, or it's actually worse when you legally purchase something and that you quote unquote own, but now the company decide to take it off whatever platform that they have it on, and they don't give you any refunds. They specifically did this on purpose, and they're taking money from you. And then whether it's licensing issues, whether it's the fact that the servers no longer run it, the bottom line is you do not own what you purchase, and you don't control what you purchase. And that is the main reason why people like myself will really always talk about retro gaming, physical media, emulation, and it kind of goes into this whole era of digital versus ownership. And with everything that's been going on and will continue to go on in this case, you're going to live in a world where you own absolutely nothing, and in a world where these companies have complete control and could literally steal from you whenever they want. And so that is my thoughts and my rant today. And so if you are in that camp where you feel like, man, I kind of want to make sure I have my physical stuff and also emulators as well, I'm right there with you. So if you actually had any further thoughts on this, be sure to leave in the comments area below, and I'll see you on another video. Hey geeks, if you are a brand new creator and you simply want something easy to get you started, well, I got something for you with my Creator Starter Kit. This is a super simple step-by-step guide that's going to take you from having no channel to developing your very first YouTube channel, along with ideas, thumbnail designs, and other creator tips, including marketing. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and get started creating.